Welcome back to Tetris Tuesdays at 10. It's so close to 10, I can feel it. But more than that, I can feel this week's just gloriously beautiful game of Tetris that is still in the Spectrum Holobyte stable. Again, thanks to Tetris Wiki that will handily tell you all of the games that they produced in 1988 with the Tetris name. We've done so far the DOS version, the Apple II version, don't ask, and the Apple II GS version, ding. So we've got a lot of good ones under our belts, not just in the Spectrum Holobyte arena, but I think this week's kind of puts them to shame. It's a gorgeous version of Tetris. I was a little taken aback. You know, long time Apple user here. I've always worked in the graphics field. I know that's probably a little bit less of a thing nowadays, but that was always the thing with Apple. If you worked in graphics in any ways, you wanted the powerhouses, and Macs happened to be them. In fact, so I ran into a little bit of, as I get into these more beefy computers, I think we're maxing out at 512 this week. No, wait, I know. It's got technically a Motorola 680/40, I believe, in it. Let's say 680/20, just to be safe. But I've noticed that to emulate them, I have to go through a little bit more hoops. Meaning I have to pretty much emulate a full-on machine. You know, not so much a platform that has maybe some sort of a ROM or BIOS. I need to like figure out what model I'm doing here, which I am going to stick with the Macintosh 2. I think basic, like the first version that came out. But I did have a little bit of emulation fun. Luckily not at 2 a.m. like it has been, but the Basilisk 2 emulator seems full-featured, to say the very least, and probably the most powerful of whatever my options were, which I only looked at 2, honestly, which seems to be pretty standard, actually, when it comes to emulators. I feel like there's kind of 2 at the head of the pack that I'm usually trying to figure out. But Basilisk I did get up and running, but for some reason the Mac that I was emulating, which I again believe was the Macintosh 2, was at 7.5.3 did not have any sound. It had system sound, but it wouldn't roll sound from the game itself. So I don't know exactly what was going on there. So I turned to Mini VMac. So thank you to the good folks at Mini VMac. There's also a RetroArch version that I'm sure sets up much more easily, but again, in attaching a keyboard to some of what I'm doing, I've noticed that RetroArch isn't like all that. It's made more for a console. So eventually we're going to use it, but not quite with this one. We stuck with Mini VMac just as an app on the computer on my Mac here, and it looks great. So worked fantastic yesterday. And haven't started it up since I started this stream, actually. Usually that's one of the things I have going, and it did not. So let's do that. And you can get a look at this gorgeous piece of software. Oh, and I did solve my audio issues. Unfortunately, not to call them out, but when recording like Zoom sessions or chat sessions was a little bit more difficult. I had this program called Loopback by Amoeba, which is fantastic, and I actually really like Amoeba, but it needs like system level access, and I just had this nagging feeling that that was what my issue was, and sure enough, when I uninstalled it, my issue for previous episodes, if you weren't there, was that even if I put my headphones in, the audio would come through the speakers still, which is bad for a live streaming setting, you know. Luckily, the music wasn't too intense for the games I've been playing, but this week, it kind of gets a little crazy. So hold on while I set up window sharing here with the game. Okay. This is a new thing for OBS I've noticed too. If I set up the macOS screen capture tab, it becomes uneditable as far as properties go once I quit and begin again. So setting up another screen capture here again. Give me a second. Window capture. Mini VMac, where you at? There you are. Okay, it kept, no, it did not keep that. So we're going to need to turn it down one. negative 25 decibels if you're curious. Put it below my face and fit it to the screen here. How interesting is this? Is this not what you come here for? Fit to screen. Okay. Let's move you over. All right. So you can see there it wants a system disk. I'm going to give it one. And again, to set these up, you literally have to create a hard disk to boot to. Mini VMac, for whatever reason, I couldn't figure out how to get it to boot to that disk on its own. So you just got to drag it onto it every single time. Every one of these usually has a interface of sorts, since you can't actually insert the disk, obviously. So I'm going to drag over my hard disk. I ended up doing System 7.1. In fact, I should probably thank this fellow on Twitter for his video and help. How to install macOS System 1.0, but is actually 7.5 in Mini VMac. Alex Electronics, thank you for your help. That and the people at Immaculation. Again, I went through the whole Basilisk rigmarole first, so I was able to use some of my knowledge that I gained there setting stuff up to set this up. So with my powers combined, I have a working Macintosh 2 here. And also the reason I went with a Macintosh 2, first color Mac. So I definitely wanted color. This particular Tetris, which I'm going to drag over right now to mount it. There it is. Does have a black and white version. So since this was kind of at the first cross-gen title, maybe, since this is right at that time period, I could play it in black and white if I wanted, but I didn't want to, because, are you ready? Take a look at this. Gorgeous. Tell me you can hear that. Hold on. Yeah, so you can hear it. Okay, just checking. We can both hear it, not coming through the speakers. This is a fantastic day. Again, with the scroll there at the bottom that typically says what they have been saying for the other Spectrum Holobyte versions. But that title screen, top of the list so far, 100%. Oh, and one thing I didn't do with the Apple IIgs version that I should have, since we're using a computer here, I should have just started mousing around and looked at what my options were. So, sorry. The continuous sound option will just, so this does the thing that the 2GS version did, that when you hit a new level, it'll give you a new song. Continuous sound just means it'll play that song in a loop, which not so interested in doing, so we're not going to do continuous sound. But once we get the thing started, rather than having hotkeys that toggle these things on like the other versions, you just go into options, right? I could turn on statistics, I could turn on level, I could turn on description. I don't know which one of those I'm going to do, so let's actually find out. Again, just a fantastic start screen here. Still no idea what advanced mode does. Oh, although I could check this out. My gosh, this is so cool. Just open up the manual. And perhaps from here, find out. Okay, how do we page? Oh, am I just doing an arrow? Nope. Command arrow? Okay, so the full screen support, can we come down a little bit here? No? Okay, well, this definitely is not what you tuned in for. Loading the game. Now I can't even remember what I was looking up. Anyway, that's fun. Oh, we were going to find out what advanced mode does. Okay, we'll save that for later. Let's get to it. Kept you waiting long enough. So once I start the game, look at those friggin' graphics, man. That's all I'm saying. So the downside here is that if I turn on some of these things, it literally takes up the graphics. Even just the level needs to be a big old thing over there. I mean, I like it. I do also like the descriptions that tell me this is the Ural Mountains, but I feel like I want to see, I mean, I can even get rid of the score lines in next, which isn't on, next shape up there. And keep that off. Pretty sure I'm going to take a hit if I turn that on. You know what? Fine. Let's keep it all on. Let's go nuts here. Like I said, working with the powerhouse. Buttons are the JKL again. The editor's hotkeys. Excuse me. Again, scoring. I'll tell you why while this piece drops all the way, so I can actually fit it in there. Depends on if you hard drop, pretty much. You get more points from the higher you drop the piece. So we'll do at least one Tetris for the show here. Or we'll try at least one Tetris. It's pretty readable, you know, certainly compared to other versions that we've been doing, so I don't anticipate any issues here. Unless I put myself in a corner where I need a certain piece or two lines, like I just did over there. Am I bad at Tetris? Is this what's actually been going on? See? This is not... Okay, all right. I'll still get a Tetris in there, I promise, but I don't want the first game I play to be a death march here, so I'm just going to... clean things up a little bit. Then we'll move along. There is a full screen on this app on Mini VMac, but it doesn't like the whole OBS screen sharing thing. So a little bit more problematic than I would have liked. So I'm actually, I mean, it should look great for you guys for the most part, even though it's windowed. I don't remember full screen option for the actual Mac here, or the emulated Mac. Like, I don't think there was a full screen option to put the game in full screen. Aw, come on. No song? What's going on there? Is it because I turned all these things on? I mean, that used to be a thing in the past. If it was like, you know, graphics or, whoops. Nope, that probably didn't mess you up. Okay, that's fine. Description. Let's keep description on. Come on. I gotta know where I'm at. Where I'm at. Cosmonaut research. Okay, here we go. Our Tetris of show. Which would be a lot more fun if I knew it was going to make a sound. Or I got a good piece. Man, 2 of those. I'll regret that later. If I don't get a song for the next level up, I'm restarting. Okay, here goes. Not a sound. Maybe I should... I don't think continuous sound was on by default, I guess, is why I'm a little hesitant to... I don't remember what was on by default at this point. Not a Tetris, because... And no song. Okay, that's unacceptable. We are quitting Tetris. I guess this is the good part about. Let's test the system sound at the very least. Okay. Should be good. I don't know what the issue is here. Did I wait too long before? Is that what it was? There we go. Should have noticed. Maybe it was because I paused it in the middle and did all those settings. Much better start, so hey. Right? Aren't you glad I restarted? And it only gets better. Trust me. I think the only Spectrum Holobyte version we have left is the Amiga version. And oh boy. Nope, let's put this over there. It looks pretty darn similar to, oh shoot, now I can't remember. One of the versions we've already done. So, Tetris of game. No sounds. Still kind of weird. And now I'm going to avoid Tetrises like the plague here, because I could easily go. The cello on that one. Okay, I think I got too into the music there and I gave myself a bad play there. Should have put that on the right. Very happy they stuck with standard, not standard, but consistent colors, I should say. Okay, we'll take it. See, worked out. What are the big offenders with that so far? My greatest fear is that the audio has stopped for you guys and I'm just dancing by myself. Maybe the solution is not to dance to the Tetris music. I'll never know. 2 Tetrises. It's a little small on my screen if you're wondering. I'm not just squinting because of the usual reasons. Old. But since I can't go full screen without ruining the OBS broadcast, so it's a little small over here. That's all I'm saying. Just not a bad song in the bunch. But you know what? I still want to know like what I'm looking at here. Morning ride near Yakutsk. Hopefully that doesn't mess up the music. Also, look at the game board. What is that around it? Just art. That's what that is. That O piece, not so much. Yes, I've fully converted. I now call the squares O pieces. If anything, this show has been good for that. Feel like I'm doing okay. Emulation, again, no idea if it's how the system ran. Oh shoot, what are we? Is that the Nutcracker? It's kind of just making me panic a little bit. Did a real bad thing. Nice. Saved by a line. What was I saying when the music interrupted me? Does anybody remember? Oh, the emulation, yes. No idea if that's how the Macintosh necessarily ran. This is at 1x. Mini VMac, the emulator you can set to run at various speeds. Again, Basilisk, for, you know, if you're into probably some deeper tweaking, it's probably the way to go. But again, had those audio issues, and usually prefer the simpler approach, you know. Beautiful. But Mini VMac is mini for a reason, I believe, is what they're doing there. And so far, real solid. In fact, if you do end up trying to do this on Apple Silicon, go ahead and use, oh, why? It's been so long since I made that mistake. If you do decide to go to Apple Silicon, or try this with Apple Silicon, don't use the Apple Silicon native version of Mini VMac. I was not able to get that up and running. It's Beauty and the Beast. Look, it's Belle. If you try to open that Apple Silicon native version, it'll give you one of those warnings that just says the program is broken and please throw it in the trash. Nothing I can do. Sometimes it'll do that for security reasons, and you can just secondary click to open it still, bypass some of that stuff. But why am I, oh my gosh, come on. I actually got a line, okay. And the right L piece. Shoot. Shoot. Okay, not gonna make the same mistake twice. This is my new level 0. Ah, crud. This is, always goes to pot so quickly. Wow, I have lucked out with those lines. Not so much these ones. Come on, I want to see one more screen. I can do it. Let's do it. Stop giving me those pieces. Now I'm just going to let them fall because I don't have the... Okay, I dropped that one. Shouldn't have done that because now if I get an O piece, I'm kind of out of luck. Oh, no! That's okay. That's all right. That not so much. Shoot. Come on. You know, the speed doesn't seem that bad, honestly. Oh, there we go. Oh, I hit the spacebar in accident. Comme ça, I missed it. Ryan first. And what would Ryan first be without a Ryan second? Right? We got at least 2 games in this. Look at that screen, too. I know what you guys are seeing is probably a little bit not pixel accurate, since it's just the window size blown up, but on a Retina display, this looks real nice. Should we try advanced mode again? Or should we actually try and figure out what it does? No. That's just reading a manual. Let's do it. Let's advance this. That seems a little bit faster. Maybe that's what it is. Did I start at level 10? Next, advanced mode. Maybe it turns off the ability to do next at all. Which, you know, we wouldn't notice. Not going to Tetris at all this time. In favor of a higher score. Because again, if I haven't mentioned it, the way they have it set up still at this point in the game, is that you do not receive any sort of points bonus for doing a Tetris. You get more points by hard dropping, so it's more worth it to hard drop and not put yourself in a situation where you're waiting on a line, since you are not guaranteed to have one after the 7th piece. I feel like I'm going to run into an issue where actually, no, we're doing good. Cosmonaut research. That might be the best one, actually. that one's a little nasty. A little dirty. Stack your O's on the left. It's when it comes to S pieces, I prefer laying them flat. I don't know why. Georgian Fishing Village. Curious why the pieces don't have any drop sounds. I feel like that would not have been an issue here. Seems like we would have had the horsepower to do music and sound effects. Yeah, this feels a little faster. I think advanced, which maybe I didn't feel it so much on the other game because processor wasn't up to speed or whatever, but I feel like that's what advanced mode is. It's starting us off at a higher level without saying it's starting us off at a higher level. Which I feel if I wanted to start at a higher level, I would start at a higher level. That was a couple of good drops right there. Putting me right back in the game. Yeah, this feels faster than anything I did already, and I'm only on... Oh, well. I didn't toggle on the what level it is, so... But if I did, you wouldn't be able to see that beautiful man's face over there. I don't want to jinx myself, but I feel like I'm doing pretty good here. Just gliding through keyboard presses, which is not something I'd ever say about myself when it comes to quote-unquote, oh boy, PC gaming. Is that what I'm doing? No. That is not what I'm doing. Hey, there's a line. Hey. Oh no, wrong button. Gosh dang it. Wow, I'm getting really good draws here. Maybe that's what advanced mode is. It just actually gives you good draws. I don't even know if that's what it's called. I haven't read any cool new Tetris lingo. Wow, already? What's going on here? This is stressful. Shouldn't be hard dropping at all at this point. But I am a sucker. No good place for O's right now. Oh, dang it. Yeah, there was a good place for that, but I didn't use it. Oh, no. Oh, I got it. It's gonna get quieter the more I have to focus. The more I actually play a good game. Ah, jeez. Now I need a line. Oh. Well, actually, no, that wasn't. Well, I guess it was good, but could have been better. No. No, not even close to what I was going for there. I probably should have found out how to T-spin that in over there or something. Nope, not what I was going for again. Somehow made that work. Actually, I don't think you could consider that having worked. Nope, nor that one. That was better than nothing. Nope. Oh, that one I think I got blocked from wall kicking. Bolshoi Ballet is what that screen is. Ryan second. I did not beat Ryan first. Yeah, I feel like advanced mode it starts you out a little bit quicker. I guess that would make sense actually. Because this just starts you out at a different height. So advanced, well no, again, I can start on level 9 if I want. In fact, let's turn off advanced mode. How high did I get? Can I see the high scores? I can reset the high scores. Oh, also tournament. What are we doing here? 39 minutes already. I'm feeling good. Who wants to go back to work? Let's do one more. Not advanced. Starting at 0 again. This will be the best one yet. Let's turn everything on too. Actually, let's wait till the song. I have a sneaking suspicion that one of the reasons the music turned off is because I interrupted it to turn all those graphics on. Yeah, no wall kicks. So right over here, I cannot wall kick it right there. All right, let's go crazy. Let's really continuous sound. Here, I'll show you what I mean. Statistics, level. I don't think continuous sound is the way to go. It's a bit much, but as established, the music is very good, so maybe we'll be okay. It's not even continuous is the funny thing. It is just will play that bit more than once. I don't know what the interval is. All right, well, we're gonna need a line now. Got one. Yeah, that's... I will look up the definition of advanced mode in the manual offline, but pretty sure that's it. I feel like this feels very slow now compared to what we just did previously. There. All right, we'll get it back. This is a good one too. They're all good. Wow. You know, it does seem like I don't get like any other piece in a row as much as I get the O pieces in a row. As I get 3 S pieces in a row. This is a good one too, though. You can't choose where to put this piece. Oof, gross. No, not the... No, stop with the O pieces again. I'm not good enough for the O pieces. Oh gosh. O tower. This is really... Okay, well... I do think I prefer non-continuous sound. I'm just gonna be honest. Oh my gosh. If I put this here, I'm gonna need another line. I'm just gonna put it sideways. Hey, that worked out. If I can get this back down to ground level, I have a pretty good chance of doing something. No! Decline. Oh, don't. Do not. Not again. At least I got a line. Wow, this is none of these. I'm not loving any of my choices here. Yeah, I like non-continuous sound because again it is, I feel like Kremlin Wall, Palace of Congresses. Again, it's like because it's like you get a little reward. You know, you get to see the new background, get to hear the new song. I mean, I guess continuous, you get to hear it over and over, but again, I've always been kind of a music off guy, is the funny thing. Don't love what's happening here. Okay, fine. I'm bringing it back. Making it work. Dang it. You know, I kind of felt like I should put that line right there. Yeah, I think I should have. I don't know if this is a legit strategy, but I like having my corners clean. Like, I don't like standing up a line in the middle of the game board. I don't know if that is actually a thing, but that's why I do that, if you're wondering. Instead of putting a line where maybe it would fill a hole, put it on the right or left side up against the wall. No more of those. Oh gosh. S Tower is here to stay. We're making it work, except for that. I'm not going to sit there and wait for a line. Well, shoot. Hey! Level 8. Got the hockey picture. I feel like that should be endgame right there. Wow, 3 lines in a row. I take it all back. Now I've seen it. Okay, this one sounds a little funny just coming out of nowhere. I think we're going level 9 here, folks. Oh, okay, no, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I don't know how much better that turned out. Holy moly! There's a real speed increase here. I'm not sure I'm into this. Oh, come on. Oh, wow, it really does feel like I get an extra bit there. Later levels in Tetris are managed chaos. There's no other way to put it. Oh, come on! Do not appreciate this music. Oh! Nope. Well, hey. Not bad. We'll take it. For sure, Ryan third made first place. There he is. By a bit. All right. And that is Tetris for the Apple Macintosh 2. So, pretty cool. Maybe my favorite yet. Honestly, favorite looking for sure. I think the graphics still pop on that one. Oh, in fact, you know, I was going to do this. Thank you to these people. I found this screen earlier. No. There we go. Check that out. Thanks to these people. Programmers, producers, graphics. Oh, we can even tell the graphics are right there. Tim Dunn, Dan Guerra, Arthur Koch, Jody Sather, Jeff Stokel. You did a fantastic job. It looks beautiful. So I'll come back next week. What are we doing? Are we done with the Spectrum Holobyte ones? I think we might be. Yeah, so the Atari ST looks to be like the Amiga version, looks to be like the Apple II version. Actually, no, that's not true. Okay. Chronologically, we would be doing the Amiga version, it looks like, which came out in December of 1988. So let's plan on that. Come back next week for our second run at an Amiga Tetris already, but this time from Spectrum Holobyte. So thanks for hanging out. As always, what do we got coming up on the channel here? I just released, there was a big long break there if you noticed. Actually, no, you didn't if you tuned into these Tetris Tuesday episodes, because I did one while I was deep in the throes of COVID, which I did get. Man wearing buckets just got here at the end. Hey, that's fine. I was just talking about what's coming up, so welcome. And if you hang out, you can find me talking about PAX for a bit, where I did get that COVID from, but 14 years worth of it since I've been going since 2010. So that's something. Video games focused as well, so it might be interesting to you guys. Otherwise, the channel, very broad, you know, little bit of everything that's touched my life over the years. So the very next thing will be an episode of Cinematic having to do with, I won't tell you what movie. It was going to be, I guess, tune in to see if I actually watched American Ninja or not. But that'll be the very next thing that comes up. In fact, I'm going to record it, I think, today, and usually means it won't come out until maybe the day after, but who knows. So either way, thanks for hanging out. Man wearing bucket, thanks for coming. And we'll see everybody later.
you.